Hi, my name is Bronte, and in this short video, I hope to assist you in learning more about a particular SDAIE strategy that you can use in the classroom with your English language learners. Though there are many SDAIE strategies that you can use with your students, I find this one to be particularly very effective. So this strategy is called Think, Pair, Share. And before we can even discuss what Think, Pair, Share is, there's some things that you should know about how to prepare for Think, Pair, Share in the classroom. The first thing that you should do to prepare is decide on a lesson target. You want to figure out a set of questions or a text that you're going to use to focus your Think, Pair, Share on. The second thing that you need to do is to describe the strategy to your students. Before you even start doing it, you want them to know exactly what they're going to be doing, what each step of it is going to be, and to not have any more questions about the strategy. And the final thing would be to model the strategy. So not only are you talking about it, but you're actually demonstrating what they're going to do. And I'm going to show you a demonstration of it in a little bit. So what is Think, Pair, Share? There are 3 steps to Think, Pair, Share. The first step is think. This is where the teacher asks the students a higher level thinking question on a text or a specific question that she has. And the students are to think about what they know on the topic or what they've learned in the past few weeks. Generally, you want to ask a question on something that you've been discussing in the classroom recently. The second step is pair. This is where students are paired into groups. They can either choose their own pair or you can choose a pair for them. And they're going to be discussing their thinking, their ideas, and any thoughts or questions that they have on the higher level thinking question that you just asked them. This is helpful because they can talk with a partner and try to get their ideas together before they are going to do a full class discussion. And this leads me into the final part, which is share. And they do expand into a full class discussion, and each pair has a time to say out what they had talked about with their pair, and the rest of the class listens and gets new ideas or new thoughts on what they were already talking about from this pair. And this is efficient because each pair has a chance to speak, which is helpful for English language learners to speak orally in a group and feel comfortable. But it's also helpful for all the other pairs listening because they might think of new things that they didn't think of before and maybe come up with new questions that they want to figure out the answers to. And then finally, they do have the option of going back into their small pairs to discuss the new information and see if they have anything else that they'd want to chat with. So why should we use Think, Pair, Share for an English language learner? This is very effective in differentiating instruction for the English language learner. And it's very good for them specifically because it allows them to process their thoughts not only in their native language, but also in English. It also gives them the opportunity to interact with their peers, so they're getting the conversational level of the new English that they're trying to learn. And finally, it forces them to try and understand and communicate in English when they're talking with their peer and with the full class. So this is a demonstration of a Think, Pair, Share on bullying. So this is what it looks like, and this is just a format of how you would do it and what the students might say. So for this one, it says, what is the issue? The question that the teacher asks them is, if you were being bullied at school or in your community, how would you handle it? So she groups 2 people together. So for this one, it's Hannah and Christina. So Hannah says, if I were being bullied at school, I would tell my teacher or my principal about it and ask them to help me. And Christina says, I would try and solve it myself first, if possible, but if I couldn't, I would talk to my parents and my teacher. So together, they mix their ideas and try to come up with one solution for the full class discussion. So the answer they got for both of them was, we think it's important to seek help from adults if bullying gets out of hand. So they both had similar ideas, a little bit different, but they were then able to mold them together to talk with the full class. So that is the strategy Think, Pair, Share.